Another one bites the dust. Shout out to my $20 word brother, Dr. Eric. Is it Michael Eric Dyson or Eric Michael Dyson? Whatever it is. You know that old half-breed nigga. They claim he's blackity black. Don't talk back. Looking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you got jammed up this time. Boy. Trying to get a hold of some of that sweet white nectar. I don't blame you, bro. I had some of that white nectar. Some of that Hawk-Tua. Yes, I done had it. So I know where it's coming from. So I ain't really shitting on you when it comes to that. But what you did, bro, you can't nigga explain your way out of this one. Yeah, let's see what this nigga done did.
For the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to
No. You are intending that
your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman.
And it's.
My bad. I'm sorry. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons on YouTube. Go subscribe to her. Pretty lady.
That's offensive.
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor. So I don't want to hear it. It's fake outrage. I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji. Yeah.
Whoa. You don't say, doctor. Mr. $20 words. I ain't gonna talk. I'm gonna let Pink Book cook, man.
Michael Eric Dyson. Just last month, a clip of him went viral on CNN where he was WWE wrestling with this woman on TV, only to make black women emotional and weaponize that energy for Kamala's benefit.
Well, if you want to talk about misinformation, we can talk about Kamala Harris's Google ads, like literally taking headlines from mainstream media and rewriting them, which should be against Google ads policies. And to date, more than 3 weeks in, Kamala Harris hasn't given a single interview. She hasn't come on your program. She's not answering questions.
It's
She's not
Kamala,
giving
first
speeches.
of all. It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. And she's not yet the candidate. She's only been in office, only been a candidate for 3.5 weeks.
She's been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah, and Trump went a whole...
She's aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple weeks ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes. Kamala Harris comes out with her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way. All of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all are standing up for him because he didn't say any of this today. Well, everything you're saying is nothing he's ever said.
One of the things that we learned about her policy that she's going to roll out is support for a ban on price gouging. Now, I think reasonable people would ask, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And how is the government going to be involved in it? Here's Noah Rothman in the National...
I'm going to do a video on that price gouging. That is the worst thing that could ever happen. Another day, another video.
He describes this policy as a rank pander to the economically illiterate. And despite the presence of many who fit that description in Congress, they understand that allowing the executive branch to functionally set prices is a brain-dead idea that would only hurt consumers in the long run. I mean, is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it.
Well, look, if you like it, it's called good policy. If you don't like it, you call it pandering.
But is it really policy? I mean, price gouging?
Look, if she could do that, Lord have mercy. I mean, she might need to be the Pope as opposed to the president, but she's able at least to set the tone. Here's what's important. First of all, in terms of Kamala not speaking about, Vice President Harris speaking about issues, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say
You almost
Kamala's
did
name any way that I want to.
No,
but
you mispronounced her and you also
I
misjudged her.
just did, and I'll do it again.
mispronouncing her name.
Kamala's
That's a
Kamala's
refusal to
policy
acknowledge her
are
humanity.
Joe
If I
Biden's
purpose-
One at a time,
policies.
guys.
If I purpose,
You know why people can't pronounce her name right? Because we not East Indian. When you see Camala, whatever the fuck her name is, if we pronounce it how we see it, Kamala, like the wrestler Kamala, remember him? I'm old as fuck, but yeah, Kamala, the wrestler. It took me a minute to figure out how to pronounce or enunciate Vivek Ramaswamy. Because when I saw his name, I was calling him Vivek. No, it's Vivek. Vivek Ramaswamy. And I had to listen to somebody else pronounce his last name because I didn't know how to pronounce it. Why? Because he's East Indian. I'm from Sunnyside. Of course I don't know how to pronounce their name. That's like me trying to read Chinese. Is this shit making sense? Of course we don't know how to pronounce her name because she's Indian. She's 7-Eleven, red dot on the forehead, Indian. Welcome to 7-Eleven. You can't relate to them people. You damn sure don't know their accent or know their language. That was a good one though. Hold on. Welcome to 7-Eleven. Yeah.
mispronounced your name. That would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns it.
You're normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times.
She was the deciding vote.
She was the vice president on Joe Biden's bills. She was 33 times the deciding vote on Joe Biden's bills in the Senate.
And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to
No. You are intending that I.
That's exactly what he called her.
Disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition. Disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman.
and it's
why can't you
it's
just?
offensive.
Am I calling you a racist? I'm
You
saying
are.
what the
You
practice
are.
is
You
racist.
are. You
Why can't we
absolutely
just
are.
the practice
Let me get
disrespecting? No, what's disgusting
That
is
is
your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said,
You know what?
I didn't know her name.
Disgusting
He's
to
trying
women
to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is to tell them they're not real women.
25
They
years
care for
ago,
your babies
25 years
and
ago,
respected
I
your
became
humanity.
the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I
So call
fought
her
my
name
way
right.
through it.
So pronounce her name
blood,
right.
sweat, and
Let me
tears.
actually
So pronounce her name
and
right.
Kamala Harris, if
Kamala.
I were a man,
You said
I
it.
will
We don't
say
call you Nancy.
anything that I want.
It's
Come on.
Kamala. You're doing this on purpose,
I am
Congresswoman.
not.
Disrespectful.
Just a second.
If,
You can't expect people to
if
respect
a
your
man put
service
on
if
a
you don't
skirt and
respect
walked
her.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
she would
disrespecting
have
a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
Professor
That's
Dyson, let me get in
disgusting.
here.
That's their main strategy of deflection. If someone mispronounces Kamala's Indian name, they'll bust up the whole conversation and flip the discussion from a serious topic like the economy, the border, or inflation to a lecture about this pretending chameleon's name that a lot of people can't seem to get right, by the way. Most black people look at her name and pronounce it as Kamala. Even her own supporters. They just don't know how to say her name. But these folks, they'll start falling out and throwing tantrums over this lady's name to deflect attention away from real issues. It's all a game for these people, straight up WWE. But do you know right after Michael Eric Dyson had that exchange with Nancy on CNN, his fake phony self slid her flirty text messages? This is after he insinuated she was racist for not saying Kamala's name right.
My colleagues across the aisle said that those that cannot pronounce Kamala's name correctly are elementary age children. I would like to enter into the record an article by Newsweek saying Bill Clinton pronounces Kamala Harris' name wrong during DNC speech. Bill Clinton, along with Al Sharpton, rapper Lil Jon. Let's not forget that Joe Biden can't say her name right. Neither can Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. And this morning on Morning Joe, Joan Baez called her a camel. So I don't want to hear it. It's fake outrage. I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
Now, look at Eric Dyson, man. Look at bro. I ain't tripping on, ain't nothing like that white girl, man. Promise you, man. I know. Coming from a professional player, man, ain't nothing like that white girl. I know what you was thinking. You was thinking about that Hawk-Tua. That's what you was thinking about. You weren't thinking about your wife, your family, nothing, your kids, nothing. You was thinking about her. Is spitting on that thing. That's what you was thinking about. Yeah, but you kind of played yourself on this one, bro. Jeez. I don't know how you gonna wiggle your way out of this one, but man, I get it with the white girl, man. Brothers know with the white girl, they more advanced sexually. I'm gonna poke at them. I'm gonna throw the little emoji. I'm gonna throw a compliment out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. You gotta throw the bait out there to catch that fish. I get it. Damn, that bait ain't working. I'm gonna throw another one out there. Man, that ain't nothing biting on that. I'm gonna throw another one out there until something hit. But it didn't hit, man. She put your screenshots of your text messages. You old dumbass nigga. And she put that shit in front of the Congress. In front of like a city committee or something. Or whatever it was. That shit was funny.
Yeah. While Michael Derrick Jackson Jr. was writing love letters to black women on social media after the Shade Room posted his fake rant, he was sliding kissy faces to that same white woman he was going in on. I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up. While he was out here writing these love letters faking like he was protecting black women by calling out a white woman mispronouncing a Red Dot Indian's name, he was asking this same white woman for pictures.
Just a love note for black women this morning. For little girls, for aunties, for grandmothers, for wives, for partners, for lovers, for teachers, ditch diggers, engineers, around the way girls, to presidential candidates. We black men who have too often failed you, who have too often not said the right thing at the right time, who have been vulnerable to the claim that we have forgotten what you have done for us, the magnificence of your service to our people, the beauty and power of your spirit at times when we flagged.
Now, Michael Derrick Jackson Jr., stop playing in our faces. He done had that cataract surgery. Now he's trying to get it in with other women outside his marriage. I'm about to call the surgeon and tell them to put them old lens back in. Writing love notes to black women and calling a white woman a racist in front of black women, only to pull at the heartstrings and the emotions of black women and weaponize our own identity against us. How was the lady so racist, Michael Eric Dyson, but you told her y'all look good together? And by the way, where's your black wife at, sir? Where is she? I know she won't be happy with this. Up here calling the lady gorgeous, asking for pictures. Like what? And then this Democrat shield went on the Breakfast Club to defend Kamala once again after Dr. Stein and Dr. Ware was on the Breakfast Club and embarrassed Angela Rybread.
So I think it's right for us to acknowledge that in this election, we are choosing between that on the one hand and a woman who is the representative of all that is great and good about America. As a black woman, and black women already running stuff, they might as well run the country.
That's right.
I mean, at the end of the day, without black women, where would we be? Right? I wouldn't be here. Most of us wouldn't be here without a black woman. And a black woman, not only in terms of physically, but in terms of the mental approach.
You know, that's the most disrespectful part of all of this. Allowing this woman to cosplay as a black American woman, putting on a black woman's costume and accent. Then really she's hijacking black history by acting like she's one of us. Y'all do know when there's a real black woman candidate after Kamala, she'll be...
I got a question. And can't nobody answer.
Then really she's...
Would y'all vote for a black man if he walked down there with a white woman and her white kids? Yeah, I can do. I'm definitely gonna win on that shit. Right here. Right here. Oh, she's a black woman. Oh yeah, we got a black woman. Her last name ain't Imhoff. Y'all don't even know that dude name. Y'all know that dude name? Of course you don't. That's why they keep them out the. That's why they keep them out the limelight. They know they playing y'all.
Hijacking black history by acting like she's one of us. Y'all do know when there's a real black woman candidate after Kamala, she'll be robbed of all this fanfare that they're giving to Kamala as the first so-called black woman when she's not even black. Listen, people don't like hearing the truth. They love when people lie and pander to them. But I'm sorry. Michael Derrick Jackson playing with your emotions, lying to you, pandering to you, he's the enemy. This man spent all that energy defending Kamala, the cosplaying chameleon, an Indian woman, just to send these messages to the same woman he called racist on TV, trying to show out for black women, telling her they look good together. And isn't he married to a black woman? Where's his wife? Special thank you to Roland C. I appreciate you, Roland.
Yeah, man, y'all keep falling for this scam. Y'all keep falling for the scam. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to continue to lie to you also. Because they do it. Hell, why can't I do it and get paid off of it? Man, look here. I'm Tony Snow, man. I'm out of here.